So hello and welcome back students. I hope you all are doing well and doing your preparations very nicely. As we know that in this year you'll get definitely exams, and also this foundation is not for your boards but it is for your competitive exams such as JEE, NEET, etc. So we are just building the foundation for JEE, NEET so that you'll able to understand how questions comes for your JEE and NEET exams, right? So basically, whenever we talk about anything which is coming in objective format, in that case you should understand one thing. You'll have to read all the content of the textbook or whatever reference have been provided to you. So question comes in between the line, from in between the lines, so you have to be very thorough with the whole chapter, right? So that is why we are taking the objective questions ka some examples here. So we have already done 40 MCQs till now, and today we are going to do next 10 MCQs. So whole it will be 50 MCQs today completed. Like we will doing the 10 MCQs today, right? So I hope you all are ready to do the 10 MCQs of the day. So let's begin with it. Okay, so these are the MCQs which we have done till now, right? That is the 40 MCQs, and now we are going to start with the 41 MCQ, 41st MCQ. So the very first question of the day is, when an iron piece is dropped into a CuSO4 solution, iron displaces copper and forms ferrous sulfate. So this type of question we have seen many times, right? So but there is something new in this reaction is called. So firstly what we'll be doing, we'll be writing the equation. See, I know that you know this question how to solve it, but still I will, being a teacher, I'll just explain you from scratch to each and every question, right? So whatever question is not necessary, definitely I'll not say everything about it, but I'll try my level best to revise it n number of times. So this is the equation basically, right? So in this equation you'll find that Fe is displacing Cu from its salt, right, and becoming FeSO4. So we know that this reaction is termed as displacement reaction. But in the option there is no option given as displacement. So what will be the correct option, right? So if you check the meanings of all the option, you'll come to know what exactly displacement reaction can be also termed as, right? So see, decomposition is nothing but breaking, right? Breakdown or breaking of a compound, right? Dissociation is nothing but there is something which is getting dissolved or dissociated, right? Dissociate hota hai. And then addition means there is something getting added. But when we see substitution, that is again the same thing, that is something is replacing, substituting some other substance, right? So in this question you'll find that the word or the option A, which is said substitution reaction, is nothing but the other name to the displacement reaction. So the correct option here will be your option A, that is substitution reaction. Is that okay? So I hope it is very very clear to you कि substitution reaction displacement का दूसरा नाम है, right? So we'll move to the next question. The substitution is characteristic of, see, here we are provided with few examples, right? Alkenes, alkynes, carbon monoxide, then paraffin. Now let's understand ki what exactly alkene and alkyne are. Alkene are the compounds of carbon with double bonds in it. So whenever there is a double bond, I have already explained you in the theory session that one will be sigma and one will be pi, and whenever there is a pi bond, there is a vacancy, or you can say there is a place to add, right? So if there is a place to add, that means there will be addition reaction instead of substitution. When we say alkyne, alkyne is the compound of carbon with triple bond, and we know that कि in triple bond one is sigma and two bonds are pi bonds. So again here also there is pi bond, and if there is a pi bond, definitely it is going to form addition reaction. ठीक है. Then what about carbon monoxide? Carbon monoxide में carbon is again forming a bond with oxygen, double bond, right? So again there will be an addition reaction. So you can do this question by elimination process कि alkenes में substitution characteristic नहीं हो सकता, alkynes में substitution characteristic नहीं हो सकता because they contain pi bond, so there will be the characteristic reaction as addition. तो बचा क्या? बचा आपका paraffin. So in this reaction you can say substitution can occur. I hope this is clear to you. This is how elimination method can be used for writing an option, right, or choosing a correct option. Now moving to the next one. Ammonium chloride when heated gives NH3 and HCl, which on cooling again forms NH4Cl. This reaction, okay, this kind of reaction we already have done, but okay, I might have misplaced, or I might have added it once again. So any which ways we'll just do it. That is, ammonium chloride is NH4Cl, which on heating gives NH3 and HCl, but once it is cooled it will again give you back NH4Cl. So when there is they have asked this reaction is called, so there is no reverse reaction, instead they have given this part as an hint ki there is heating occurring, right? And due to heat the NH4Cl is basically broken down into two substances. So that means this is a thermal decomposition reaction. Why thermal decomposition? Thermal means heat, decomposition means breakdown with help of heat here, right? So therefore this is a thermal decomposition reaction. What is the other name to this? The other name is thermolysis, you can say. You can also say it as pyrolysis, right? Pyrolysis. So these are the names given to the equation. Next is reaction in which new compounds are formed by exchange of ions of components between compounds. Okay, so whenever there is an exchange of ion, we know the definition is of double displacement. So for example, we can take one example of which we have seen in the theory session, that is NaCl when react with AgNO3, it will always produce NaNO3 plus AgCl. So whenever we see there is an exchange of ion taking place here, so this is nothing but exchange of ion means double displacement reaction. So check out whether the option is given to you in the reaction in the options. So you can just check out and mark the correct option. So substitution नहीं है, dissociation नहीं, तो ये है double displacement reaction. I hope this is very very clear to you. Moving to next question. The chemical formula of lead nitrate is, so many a times we have done कि lead nitrate क्या है. Lead nitrate is PbNO3 twice. As we know कि Pb के पास होता है +2 का oxidation state and NO3 के पास होता है -1 का oxidation state, and hence this is a correct option. That is PbNO3 twice is the correct option for as the formula of lead nitrate. Moving to the sixth question of the day, that is, what is the which of the following is not a physical change? That means we have to tell the chemical process, right? So evaporation of water. So what happens when water is kept in a container and due to whatever temperature evaporation occurs, okay? So if evaporation occurs, basically what is happening, the molecules are gaining what? Kinetic energy, and due to which they vaporize, right? Due to which they vaporize. So is there any formation or breaking of a bond? Answer is no. So that means this is a physical process, right? It is not a chemical process. So that is why we can say this is a physical process. So, and we are supposed to find out the chemical process, as they have said, which is not a physical process. Freezing of milk, अगेन यूल से कि यार फ्रीज हो रहा है तो क्या मॉलिक्यूल में कोई बॉन्ड फॉर्म हो रहा है या बॉन्ड ब्रेक हो रहा है? तो आंसर इज नो, जस्ट it is getting, due to the temperature decrease in temperature, milk is getting frozen. So this is again a physical process, you can say. Rottening of fruits, yes, whenever fruits are getting rotten, ठीक है, rotten means सड़ना और बहुत ज़्यादा पक जाना, ठीक है, बहुत ज़्यादा, तो in that you can say there is a chemical reaction, ठीक है. So the correct option will be option C, that is rottening of fruits. Clear? Now moving to the next, which is not true for a chemical change. So options given are no new substances formed, absolutely correct. Why? Because in a chemical change there is a new substance formed, and they have asked which is not true, and we know that this is not true, right? So that means the correct option will be this. Let's see the other also. The change is temporary, no. The change is yeah, you can say the change is temporary because we can reverse the reaction, right? The identity of the original substance is lost, true. Yeah, we have seen ki whenever a chemical reaction occurs, suppose a plus B is getting reacted to form C plus D, we have already seen ki the properties of this A and B is very different from the products formed, that is C and D, right? So that means the property of the original substance is completely lost. So this is also true. So that means the one which is only not true is the option A. So we can write the correct, or we can check the correct option as A, right? Moving to the 8th question of the day, right? That is removal of oxygen from a substance is called, see, this is about reduction and oxidation. We have seen कि जब भी ऑक्सीडेशन की हम बात करेंगे, ठीक है, ऑक्सीडेशन की जब भी हम बात करेंगे, in that case we know कि ऑक्सीडेशन is addition of oxygen, addition of oxygen and removal of hydrogen, right? Removal of hydrogen. And for reduction we have seen what is reduction. Reduction is nothing but the addition of hydrogen and removal of oxygen. So when we know the definition to oxidation and reduction, this question becomes very easy. Removal of oxygen means reduction. Corrosion क्या है? It is oxidation reaction, ठीक है. What is rancidity? It is also oxidation reaction. We know here oxidation of metals occur, and here oxidation of fats and oils occur, right? So the only, and then oxidation is addition of oxygen, not removal. So that means the correct option will be your reduction reaction only, correct. Now moving to the next question, and that is, in order to prevent the spoilage of potato chips, they are packed in plastic bags in an atmosphere of, we all know that this is an industrial process, that is in which we package the food items into the nitrogen atmosphere, ठीक है. Suppose this is a chips का packet, and in this is a chips packet, and you will find that it is blown up, right? It is blown up because ये फूला हुआ क्यों रहता है? Because it is filled with nitrogen. Nitrogen is filled in it, right? Nitrogen is filled in it because nitrogen will create an inert atmosphere for chips. Why? Because nitrogen do not react with oil, do not react with oil and fats, right? इससे क्या होता है कि जो फूड आइटम है वो काफ़ी लंबे समय तक जो है प्रोटेक्टेड रहता है। लेकिन जब आप उसमें देखोगे छेद हो गया और नाइट्रोजन बाहर निकल गया, तो ऑब्वियस सी बात है उसमें ऑक्सीजन विल एंटर, एंड व्हेन ऑक्सीजन विल एंटर, this oxygen is definitely going to do the oxidation of fats and oils present in the chips. So that is why the food item gets spoiled after the opening or breaking up of the or tearing off of the packet. The oxygen enters and the your chips item gets spoiled. I hope it is clear to you. So the correct option to this is your nitrogen. So we do not fill it in oxygen because oxygen readily reacts with it, forming the food rancid, and hydrogen also reacts with it. Then comes this chlorine. Chlorine also can spoil the food, but the only thing which can just give an inert atmosphere to the oils and fats is your nitrogen. Moving to the next question, that is question number 50, or you can say the last question of the day. So the chemical reaction involved in the corrosion of iron metal is that of. So what happens here? Whenever an iron metal is left in the atmosphere, okay, what will happen? The water molecule along with oxygen will be added to it and giving rise to the product, that is Fe2O3 dot XH2O. You can simply balance it also. Okay, if you want you can balance it. So this is your X and 2, and oxygen you can write as per the, not 2 actually, you should write 4. You should just give here 3, right, and the molecules will be like this. So this is the balanced equation for the rusting. So whenever the rusting occurs, actually what is happening, it is oxidation of iron metal. ठीक है, so there is an oxidation reaction of iron metal taking place. So when oxidation occurs, right, so along with oxidation here, is there displacement? आंसर नो. डिस्प्लेसमेंट के लिए कुछ होना भी तो चाहिए कि यहाँ पे से डिस्प्लेस किया जाए, तो आंसर इज नो, राइट. whereas when we say oxidation along with combination, yes, there is combination. All the three things here are getting combined to form a single product which is brown in color and powder, right, or you can say brown powder, you can say it as rust, right. So that means there is oxidation along with combination. So is there reduction? No, there is no reduction, right. So both will be incorrect. So the option B, which says oxidation along with combination reaction, is taking place over here. I hope these questions which I have done today, or which we are doing today, is very very clear to you. And I think up till now, as we know, we have done already 50 questions in the classes. We have taken test of the so many questions till now, right. You have given the test also from the end of our management. So that means ki till now you should be very very thorough with the chapter. There should be no corner left for you with the questions. But see, doubts will only arise when you will be reading or when you will be studying the chapter thoroughly. So I'll request you to take note of one simple thing, that try to study it from various sources like your references, your textbook, your notes provided, and even if you want you can Google it, whatever the question you have, and then you can ask the question in the class. I will definitely help you with the same thing. And you have seen my live lectures, you will not get any doubt left in your mind. Whatever you'll ask, it will be clear to you. So I request you to please ask the question. As you know that due to COVID-19 we are sitting at home, we are going nowhere, so we have ample of time to prepare ourselves now. So if you study hard from now itself, it may be you can say that the you'll be able to prepare yourself from now itself for JEE and NEET exams, whatever is your target. Okay, so I request you to please make sure that there is no question left in the corner of any corner of your mind. So you should ask each and every question whenever is required, okay? And I'll 101% help you with that. But any question means only the topic related, okay? So with this I would like to wind up this session, and we'll meet in the next session, dear students, and till then, bye bye, thank you.